By the Bacardi family, and the family consists nowadays of around 500 members between the 5th, 6th, and 7th generations. Now the colorful murals that you'll be noticing here on the right, they represent the flora of the Caribbean, and these were imported from Spain. The building that is next to them is the Bacardi Family Museum. Now further ahead, we have the production area. In our right front corner, you'll be noticing the blending facilities, which is where our master blender is crafting the different rums. You can also see the tall distillation columns in the back, and there's another one just behind the distillery. So the columns operate 24/7. They're made out of copper stainless steel, and they allow us to produce approximately 132,000 liters of alcohol on a daily basis. So here in Puerto Rico, we produce 85% of the Bacardi rums that are distributed worldwide. The light blue tanks here on our right are the fermentation tanks. So this is where we start the whole process for making the rum. We have 20 tanks available with a capacity of 50,000 gallons each. And there's sugarcane on your right in front of the building. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Visitor Center. So please remain seated on the
now the center of the fountain. So you guys know that there's a big apple. So that is our logo. You're probably curious as to why it is that a rum making company has that. Now it's not that we use any parts of the back to make the rum. You know that here. I get the question a lot, so I do like to mention this, of course. But we will be learning a little bit more about why this is in our mix room. I don't want to get ahead. Now, I do also have a sample here of one of our main ingredients. The sugarcane is essential for us because from it, we're getting this. The fermentation can be controlled a lot easier, and of course, it makes everything a little bit faster. So what we have to do is that we have to import the molasses here because unfortunately, we don't have much sugarcane left in Puerto Rico. So we have to buy molasses, like for example, from the Dominican Republic, Mexico, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Fiji, even Thailand. So from all over the world, really. We're getting all the molasses in, and we're going to start the fermentation. So we already have the raw product ready for it. So we will have to add water and yeast to the molasses. The molasses will be fermented in around 24 to 30 hours. So it's very fast. Considering the amount inside the gallons, the blue ones we saw over here, which is 50,000 gallons. So of course, it's a very fast process. Now once we have fermented the molasses, we're getting what we call the molasses wine, from 10 to 12% of alcohol. But this is not something that we consume. Once we've got the alcohol, then it's going into the distillation columns. And here we're getting two very strong alcohols actually. So the first one we call aguardiente, or fire water. Distilled ones, which will have around 80% of alcohol. The second product, we call it redistilled. It's distilled but by Chinese. So now this one will have around 92% of alcohol. So basically this is the 7-80 moonshine. We've got the really hyper flavor, but this one of course we cannot sell, we cannot consume. So what we will do with the two is melt them through charcoal filtration. Afterwards they're going to be aged inside white American oak barrels. Now the barrels that we're using here, these we buy from whiskey distilleries of the States like Jack Daniels, our main supplier. So these have all been used. Once we get the barrel, we're going to be using it for a couple of times, but the aging process takes from 1 to 16 years. 1 year is our minimum, so the harsh alcohol becomes rum. Now 16 years is usually the most we age for because since the climate here is warm all the time, we're getting some evaporation. So we can achieve certain rums, I would say mostly just 23 years is basically the most we can go for. But we're pretty lucky that we're getting a gallon from the barrel. So we basically lost everything in there, so definitely we're risking it. That's why 16 years is basically a good amount of time. Once we have aged rums, they've acquired all that flavor, color, aroma from the wood. Then our master blender will go into the different warehouses, selecting different barrels, different rums with different ages. After this, he's going to take them into the blending facilities and blend. And this is how he's making the different rums. So he's blending already different rums into one final product. Then the products are bottled but not in Puerto Rico, so everything is shipped in stainless steel containers to Jacksonville, Florida. That's what we bottle. Yes, everything really, so it all has to be shipped over there. So basically, those are the steps in the process, which of course, I just like to explain as simple as I can here, so you guys get a general idea of.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. You hold up both your bottles. Or glasses.
That's from San Juan.
Oh, it's San Juan? That was the original one before this, right?
Yeah.
Los pones y se cada etapa. Esta melaza.
Bacardi Select.
Como que loco huele. Huele.
Oh yeah, it does smell.
Sounds like broken. That one's a small version. This doesn't.
Oh.
Oh wow. That one smells too.
Ooh, yeah.
That's cool. Little barrels. I like that one. This one's Bacardi 18.
There's a need for that.
Oh, the Mentada.
Oh yeah. But in the tour you want more.
Bacardi 8.
Here, I count for 3.
Cool. Bacardi bottle.
This first one that I have right here, do you guys know the name for this drink?
Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre, excellent. So then usually people just call it rum and coke. The problem with being a rum and coke is that it's just rum and coke. But if you're asking for a Cuba Libre, this is a registered recipe. So we're using Bacardi here, and yes, it's registered with Coke too, so not Pepsi, okay? Now you also need one more ingredient, which is the lime. So it's that simple to make. Now for the original Cuba Libre, we're usually using Bacardi Gold. But of course you have the option of using the Bacardi Superior. Now it will vary because it tastes very different. For example, I will explain just ahead these two. So the Bacardi Superior, this one's our most popular. It's the youngest too, only aged for a year. Since this one doesn't have as much aftertaste as the others because it doesn't spend that much time in the barrel, well this one, if you mix it with, for making Cuba Libre, you'll taste mostly the Coke. Now this one, it is perfect for having it mixed with juices and any other sodas. If it's the Gold, this is from 2 to 3 years of aging. So now for this one, of course it has more flavor and it's sweeter. So for this one, you will be tasting a little bit more of the Gold if you're having it in the Cuba Libre. This is a great rum for mixing with other carbonated drinks like Sprite, ginger ale, and for desserts. So rum cake or rum balls can be made with Bacardi Gold. Now the second drink that we're having right over here, do you guys know this one? Yes. So this is the original daiquiri, which nowadays we can just get frozen and different flavors. The original, very easy. You need lemon juice, sugar, and Bacardi Superior. So it's almost like making lemonade with rum. It's very simple. It's also very refreshing too, so it can be a dangerous cocktail. We're having one, then we're having 2, 3, 4, and then you start feeling it little by little. But this one, of course, is very refreshing, so great to have any time of the day. Even if it's 9 in the morning, it's 5 o'clock somewhere else, right? Especially if you're in Puerto Rico, which is always warm. And with this last one right here, mojito. Now, with this drink, the mojito, we usually recognize it because it has the spearmint leaves. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tip about the spearmint leaves because mostly when we ask for mojitos at bars and restaurants, a lot of bartenders will muddle or crush the spearmint leaves. And then it releases the chlorophyll, the mojito becomes bitter, it's in little pieces, and it gets stuck in our teeth. And then the mojito is not really that pleasant, so we don't like it. So instead, there's another way of making it. You do muddle the lunch with the sugar, but afterwards, just the spearmint leaves, put them in the palm of your hand, and you will activate them by smacking. After doing this, you'll notice that it releases the oils, all that aroma, very strong. It works just as well, but the mojito, it's not going to be bitter at all. And definitely that's the best way to have it. So then, if you didn't have a really good experience with mojitos before, give it a second chance. This time, it will taste quite different and it's much better, trust me. Now, I already got covered the first 2 rums, but here we're headed into the semi rums. These, of course, are aged for longer. We do have 2 new products that were launched in December, so they're starting to get out there in the market, which are Bacardi 4 and 10. Now, the 4. This is aged from 4 to 6 years, so I call it an intermediate rum. This one you can use it for mixing. So it works like Bacardi Gold, it's pretty similar. This one is good to have with sodas, another option for making Cuba Libre. You can have it with rum cake or make mojito with Bacardi 4. Now for this one, if you'd like to just sip it, it can be neat or on the rocks. It's much sweeter, so this one will have more notes of honey and spices like clove and cinnamon. The Bacardi 8 is from 8 to 10 years. So this one will be mostly compared to whiskey or bourbon. This is a pretty smoky rum, and it's also having some notes of vanilla, nutmeg, apricots. Now the Bacardi you can mix with certain things. You can make an ultimate Cuba Libre with Coke and lime. You can make old fashions, Manhattans. You can add coconut water, add Perrier water, or if not, just like I said, lean on the rocks with just 2. The Bacardi 10, this is from 10 to 12 years. So it's also a very smoky rum. You can definitely tell the oakiness of the barrel. For this one, it does tend to be a little bit fruity. So you can perceive some notes of pear and banana. With the Bacardi 10, of course, very smooth, so for sipping on its own. If you want some ice with it, we do recommend it, but not too much. Otherwise, it just waters the product down a bit. Now, with the other 2 that we have over here, though, these are a little bit more limited edition. So the limited reserve that we have right here, this is our oldest blend. It's aged from 10 to 16 years. Now for this one, it's mostly compared to a cognac, which is very, very smooth. Sipping on its own is the best way to go. Now for this one, it is of limited distribution, so the name is key. You can find it out of Puerto Rico, like for example in mainland, but it's not going to be that easy to get. It's a little bit hard in the distribution wise. For this one, of course, if you're interested in getting it here, yes, you're going to find it a lot easier. But if it's in our store, you can personalize the bottle. So you can get it engraved in your front. You can either have a name, message, or a date. Now, there's also something else that comes with it. So to make it official, this part, a certificate. Now, each bottle is numbered, so it would have the number of the bottle up here along with your name. So this is basically the part you show off to your friends, like, hey, I got my own bottle. But the bottle, if your friends like rum a lot, you gotta hide it there, because they're gonna get curious and they're gonna want you to open it. And of course, if you don't want to drink the whole thing, then you gotta be a little bit selective there. And with the last one we have here, this is Casa Bacardi's Special Reserve. This one is only available here at Casa Bacardi. The production is so limited, we don't have enough to distribute. It's even hand bottled here. So that's why you see the hot wax around. So the Special Reserve is aged from 8 to 12 years, but we age it in 2 different barrels. So first we're using the traditional white oak, and then we're using a sherry oak cask. It is. So this one will have sweeter notes, more like butterscotch, hazelnut, vanilla, and hints of caramel. So a lot of people smell it and they kind of perceive like it's syrupy, kind of like maple syrup. So it's that hint of sweetness from the molasses as well. For this one, kind of like a port wine or brandy, good to have after dinner. Just a little bit will do. Now do remember that commonly the rums are 40%. All of these are, except the last one, which is 43, just a little bit strong. So then, if it's sipping, it's definitely sipping, no shots, guys. If you do shots, you're gonna get a burn and maybe a kick in the back of the throat. So definitely it's a whole different experience. We just go little by little so you can appreciate even more all the notes that the rum really has. So with all this said, the differences of the rums, about the drinks, is there questions that you guys may have, anything that you want to know?
Bottled.